Welcome to Carriage House Conversations number 9. And I just want you to notice that I have
a halo.
I have the Lord Almighty shining down on me today.
It's a beam from heaven.
I don't know how this is going to go. This might be a 2-hour one. I don't know.
I mean, we just had a 20-minute conversation prior to this. So.
We gotta start. I'm so excited that you're here with us today.
I always love being here.
Alexis.
She's like, wait, how do we actually start this? Listen, she has a Tito's cup with no Tito's.
It's true. It's coffee, I swear to God.
I do have coffee.
Yeah, we both have coffee.
Hashtag wagging tail.
And I'm jealous. Hashtag home coffee. And it's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I could have put Bailey's in the coffee,
exactly.
but I didn't. That was good.
I mean, it's probably 5 o'clock in like Australia.
Somewhere,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Alexis Brooke Photography. Very happy to have her here. And I think, I don't remember the first time you were here by any means.
It was a long time.
It was a long time ago. And then you gave me that enormous, phenomenal book.
Wedding album.
I'm telling you, that thick.
So beautiful.
It was. It is.
Yeah.
I still show it all the time, and it's a 2018 wedding.
And I was here even before that, because you guys didn't even have this like ready the very first time I was here. We didn't get ready here. We got ready at the hotel because this wasn't even like ready or like a thing yet.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't have like the patio or anything. That was Mackenzie and her husband.
Yeah, Mackenzie, shout out to you.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I still have a sample album from their wedding.
Wow.
Yeah. That's old.
Probably, I don't know.
Definitely before 2018, so.
All right, yeah. Okay, so tell us, let's talk a little bit about your personal life. I know, if you don't want to talk about your personal life, you don't have to.
No,
I feel like her face just got
You know me.
red.
Because I'm like, oh God, what do I share and what don't I share?
Whatever you want. Where are you from? Where did you go to school? Where did you grow up? Brothers, sisters? Let's talk.
Sure, I love it. Listen, so I grew up 25 minutes from here in New Columbia. I graduated from Milton High School 2013, which is 10 years this year? Barf. Literally there's nothing that that's not true. Things that make me feel old, knowing that I'm graduated from high school 10 years now.
10 years.
2, seniors that I used to photograph getting married. That makes me want to throw up, I won't lie.
Yeah, you're so old.
But come on.
We all feel it in some
I know.
way, so.
I mean, typically I don't ever feel old, but those are just 2 things for some reason that just throw me under the bus. But yeah, so Milton, 2013. I have 2 sisters. I don't know. We have a big Italian family. Literally. I'm used to the rowdy. I'm used to the loud. I actually kind of like it sometimes.
Yeah. I like a big rowdy family too.
Yeah. So, literally my whole life lived here. My parents' house. That's where I born and raised. Yep. Lived 2 minutes down the road from them.
Something people might not know about Milton. Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee is there.
Yeah.
The factory.
Yeah.
Yep. My neighbor works there.
Yeah. Legit original.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it is. But yeah, so I've lived here my whole life, and then when I was 15, I shot my first wedding.
15.
Yeah. So prior to that, I had gotten a camera. My dad bought me a camera at a yard sale, and I really just liked flowers and all that stuff, so I was taking pictures of that. And then my sister's soon-to-be brother-in-law was like, hey, we like your flower photos. Do you want to shoot our wedding?
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So I was 15, and I was like, hell yeah, I want to shoot your wedding. So my parents helped me buy a $300 camera.
But still, when you're 15, a $300 camera is still like a big deal.
So I shot this wedding, and do you want to know how much I got paid? This literally is so comical to me.
Nothing, or
$40.
Wow.
They paid me $40 to shoot their wedding, which at the time I was like $40, but yeah, no, actually, funny enough, like the wedding went really good. They were beautiful people, so it was like one of those things where it's like, how do you take bad pictures of gorgeous, gorgeous people? Yeah, and then that kind of kickstarted things, and I just remember being 15, and after that, I remember I didn't have my license until I was like 17. I used to have to get dropped off at weddings or picked up at weddings.
So did you keep doing them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've literally done weddings since I was 15 years old. Yeah.
That's crazy. I was gonna say, like when I was thinking about talking to you today, I was like, I wonder how many weddings she's done. Do you have any idea?
I mean, definitely over 200, but like,
oh yeah.
After
Oh
that,
my God, for sure over 200.
I genuinely have no idea. I just stopped counting. I remember when I reached 100 like years ago, and then I was like, meh. Now it's just under the belt. But yeah, no, I was super young. I remember I used to do a bridal show at Watson Inn when I was young. Like, I think I was like 17 when I did my first bridal show. Yeah, so it's been a long time.
That's crazy. So what else do you do as far as photography?
So I really kind of have honed in on it. Like, to me, I think it's important. Get rid of that Norton.
We'll pop up again.
Yeah, whatever. For me, I think it's important to like hone in on what you're good at and like your niche. I remember learning years ago, probably like 10 years ago, when I went to like an education workshop. He said how important it was that when people come to your website, they see exactly what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Not, oh, I have to scroll these 10 different things to look through newborn and kids and family and wedding and engagement and boudoir and, you know, seniors. Like, that's too many options. People who like genuinely want quality, they want to know that this is something you do on the regular, and they don't have to search your website for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was around the time I stopped doing a bunch of things. So for a while I was doing weddings, engagements, seniors, and boudoir. And then either last year or 2 years ago, I got rid of seniors. So now I literally only do weddings, engagements, and boudoir. And I have my studio outside of Lewisburg.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's it. And it keeps me busy. And honestly, like, for me, those are the things I'm passionate about. And those are the things I want to pour myself into. I don't want to do things that every time I have to go to it, I just like dread it.
Right.
It's not something I like love and enjoy, and it's not something I like come to the client and I'm like, oh, I got you. This is going to be amazing, spectacular. I've done this a million times. Like, will I shoot other things for friends or something? Sure, but like at the end of the day, it's not something that like sparks joy.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, literally just weddings, engagements, and boudoir.
So you mentioned your studio down there. Do you travel a lot for weddings?
Oh yeah. Yep. I pretty much do all of Pennsylvania. I go to Jersey a lot. I go to Dirty Jersey all the time. Usually northern Jersey, but I definitely have gone to South Jersey. I've shot in Delaware, I've shot in New York, I've shot in Virginia. Typically, my clientele is Lancaster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a huge part of my clientele. So I go to Lancaster probably, gosh, during peak season, like 2 to 4 times a month. Yeah, maybe even more.
Do you stay overnight?
Yeah.
You shop?
Yes. So my best friend and then my sister used to live like an hour outside of Philly, so I usually just stay with them. But oh yeah, there's the freaking Super Target there on Fruitville Pike.
What's a Super Target?
It's
like
literally
a Super Walmart or?
It's even better.
Well,
Just imagine Target on crack. It's like the home and hearth section, you know, like Magnolia section is like literally probably the size of like that getting ready room and this. It's massive. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yep, they're huge. And like the like jewelry counters are like, oh yeah. They're like literally the size of this whole room. They're
I was just Marco Poloing my friend on my way here today, and I said that I was going to go shopping later today, and I said, and my choices are Target and Old Navy. That's what. Now we do have 2 cute boutiques, a couple cute boutiques.
There's Marshalls now next to.
Oh, I always Marshalls.
Yeah, there's Marshalls.
And TJ's.
Yes. I mean,
you know,
they get me for for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't lie.
You know, yeah, but I mean, shopping around here is tough. Yeah.
No, Lancaster is definitely, there's probably a little too much there, and then there's King of Prussia only a few minutes
King of Prussia,
away.
Yeah.
Yep, so I pretty much try to never step foot in that place,
Yeah.
because otherwise, that's like not good for
Yeah.
my bank account.
I mean, anywhere you go that there's different stuff, I'm like,
Oh yeah, and then like the outlets and stuff.
That's what I said to her. I could just go over to Tannersville, but I don't want to drive, so.
I know.
Anywho,
Yeah.
back to photography. One question I like to ask all the photographers is, what do you think about a first look?
I'm team first look. Always.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I respect whatever decision you make.
Yeah.
Like, it's your wedding day. I'm here to photograph, like, your story and everything. But if I can talk people into one thing, it's usually a first look. Unless you're having, like, a 1 o'clock ceremony. Like, if you're having a Catholic Mass at 1 o'clock, I typically don't recommend it just because it's a lot of rushing around in the morning.
A lot
like,
to get done.
Yeah, that's a lot because then I have to show up at, like, 10 a.m. Not sometimes earlier, depending on like the coverage and stuff like that. And like, you know, between getting ready and then you have to think like, gosh, you need an hour to an hour and a half before travel time to like a Catholic Mass or something like that to get there. Like, and you're literally starting your pictures at like 11:30.
Yeah, that's a long day.
Yeah, so typically, yes, I'm full team first look. Just between how many more photos you get, it's so much less stressful. For me, like when I am building like my bride's timelines and stuff, like I will leave like 2.5 hours for first look shenanigans. Because that leaves plenty of time for first look to happen. If you plan on doing a first look with your father, if you're gonna do all of your wedding pictures beforehand, if some people, not all the time, some of my couples want to do family formals before a ceremony. Plus, like my thing is I like to leave a good half an hour for you to just come and relax.
Exactly.
Like, so between like relaxing time, the groomsman forgot his shoes and has to run back to the hotel room and go get his shoes. Like,
Yeah.
I love having that wiggle room.
Yeah.
So like for me, if you're somewhat of a laid back bride or just don't want to be stressed about like, oh my God, are we on time? Or how are we doing on time, Alexis? Blah, blah, blah. Like, don't worry about it. Do a first look. I'll have lots of time for everything, and then you get to enjoy your cocktail hour.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of money people spend on cocktail hour food, and like, I mean, I know you guys serve it and stuff like that, which is amazing, but like the amount of times they don't even get to taste their cocktail hour food, I'm like, bruh. Like, you want that.
Yeah. And the other thing, I mean, I feel like we are all pro first look for so many reasons.
Oh yeah, a million.
So many reasons. But then, like you said, you know, we always try and save food for if you miss the if you miss that. But I even notice I keep an eye on them if they're not eating during their cocktail hour, still save their food. But when they walk into cocktail hour, excuse me, it's so cool because your guests like notice you walking in and they're hollering and stuff. It's like they're just seeing you again as a couple. So that's still fun too, just to walk into cocktail hour.
And like honestly, I mean, granted, this was many years ago, but I hate I hate watching people do it, and then I hated it too, like walking around to every single table to say hello. You're literally wasting like an hour of your reception time, just like going and saying hi to guests. When like, if you just get all your pictures done beforehand, if you do decide to do your family formals after ceremony, you know, it takes them like 10, 15 minutes max. And then you get to go do your thing at cocktail hour. That's people's time to come say hi to you. That's your time to go say hi to people. If people don't come up to you or vice versa, like, I'll see you at reception.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like, who wants to spend that much time going around to every table to make sure they say their hellos and their thank yous and all that stuff? I don't know. I just get it done at cocktail hour, have fun with it at cocktail hour, and not be like on a time crunch to make sure you go see every little thing or every little person.
And they often don't eat their dinner because they're going around trying to talk to everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm team first look, get it out of the way.
So many reasons why.
Yeah, and I feel like at the end of the day, like, if you can get the majority of that stuff done, you get to enjoy your wedding day.
Yeah.
And you know what? This didn't hit me until like 2 or 3 years ago. it actually blows my mind to sit back and think that, like, if you don't have a first look, a lot of times ceremonies aren't till 4:30, 5. You literally do not see your husband or your partner until the evening on your wedding day.
Yeah.
That you're spending, $20,000+ on. And you don't even get to see your future
all day.
Like that. I don't know why, but like it didn't hit me until a few years ago that like literally if you don't see a first look, you do not get to spend the majority of your day with the person you're marrying. I never thought of it
like that either. All day.
Yeah, like that's so crazy to me that like genuinely, if you do not if you get ready in the morning, you take all your pictures separately, and you have a 5 o'clock ceremony, you literally only have from. Do you guys go to 11 or 10?
We go to 10:30.
Okay, I couldn't remember. You only have from 5 to 10:30 to hang out with your husband. Like what?
Yeah, that's so crazy. And in our space here, so we're sitting in the common area here with the bar and everything. So that side is the groom side, that side is the bride side. So if you're in here, you've done your first look, you're all in here partying.
Yeah, mingle, out, having snacks. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean about like having that relaxed time before ceremony. Because like, okay, we just kicked out a bunch of photos. Like, energy's high. Let's go to the bathroom, check your makeup, fix your lipstick, get something to eat because you might not eat until, dinner time if you're too busy mingling, whatever. Relax. I also feel like sometimes people are like super nervous about being in front of a crowd.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It gives them a little bit of time, get a shot ski in, I don't know. Have fun with it. No, we can put
I mean, here, yeah. Well, we don't see here, but yeah.
No, so yeah, I like to just have lots of wiggle room. I don't know. I like to call myself a type C. It's like type A and type B combined. So like type A is like very to the T, like needs to do things exactly on the time. Okay, but I can do that.
Yeah.
If I need to do that, I can do that. Like I can be that person. But I'm also super laid back, and I can be like, yeah, we got time, no big deal. I'll catch up later. I'm a little bit of both. It just depends on like how the day's going. So I like to call myself a type C because like if I need to get things rolling and I need to push people along and I need to get these drunk groomsmen down the aisle, this Italian girl will get things going. But like if I also just need to be chill because the bride wants to take things slow and she wants to relax and I've built this into my timeline so I don't have to internally freak out about it. But you know what I mean? I like to be a little bit of both if I can, as long as it if I'm starting to get screwed, which means your photos are starting to get screwed, then type A definitely comes out.
Right. You have to follow that with a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many hours do you typically plan for a photo with a wedding?
Like for like
the day of.
The day of. Well, so most of my this flag.
I know. He was here yesterday.
He was here. He's just making himself
part of
at
the
this
photo
point. So most of my brides book 10 hours. That is like my ideal wedding day, especially like for a venue like this where everything's in one place. 10 hours lets me build in that time where we're like able to relax. But yeah, usually like from like first look to ceremony, like I said, I usually like to build in 2 hours for photos. So that leaves me about a good half an hour of wiggle room where if we're running behind, that's okay. Or, like I said, if she wants to stop and go to the bathroom, any little thing. But yeah, usually 2 hours is like what I like to leave. It obviously doesn't take me 2 full hours unless we're doing family formals before, then yeah, usually 2 full hours. And then cocktail hour, usually I don't do any during cocktail hour. I mean, I'll go we call them grip and grins. I'll go grab some like guest photos at cocktail hour. Usually my second shooter does that, and then I go do all the pretty details. And then usually like golden hour, I stay on for 10 to 15 minutes. So, and then at that point, it's just party on.
Yeah. So you have a second shooter with you? Okay.
I don't ever shoot a wedding without a second shooter anymore. Yeah. It's so important to me. Yeah. Plus, for me, I don't want to have to be worried about, like I said, I like to get cocktail hour as long as we can. Sometimes it doesn't always happen if things ran behind or something like that, but I like to have that second shooter to be like, hey, go follow the bride and groom, go grab some nice grip and grins, some of the food, whatever. while I go do details, because otherwise that means my couple's gonna have to sacrifice details or cocktail hour if it's just me.
Right.
Like it's just not gonna happen between, me trying to run around and grab details, set up my flash, my lighting for the night, all of that stuff, get things situated and prepped. But yeah, between second shooters with that, but like also so when I do the first look and as long as they've seen each other and everything like that, usually I like to do girls while my second shooter is doing the guys. It just gets that done out of the way and at the same time, and then we don't have to just leave so much more wiggle room that like I can't tell you how many times I've had something happen where
oh my god,
someone spilled wine on their dress, or like someone
you need to sew a button on.
Oh my gosh,
rip
straight up.
inseam.
Yep. Yeah, no. So I'm like, if I can get as much done or have like a lot of extra time, then I'm like, oh my gosh, we have like 30 minutes. Let's go walk over here because the light is amazing. Even if it's just the bride and groom kind of thing, like at least like we have that wiggle room to go do that. Like, I don't know.
People always say to me too when they come here, like, where do you get photos? Because what they see is this wide open space, so they can't. And I'm like, your photographer knows. You're especially when it's a photographer who works here.
Yeah,
they know exactly like, and we get the best sunsets. We get the best sunsets, so they know exactly where to go. The little corners, the best lighting, everything.
The last wedding I shot here, I think, was Hannah and Tyler's. Do you remember the look on my face when the sunset was going down? I remember Hannah was like, let's get these bitches rolling. Like, Alexis was internally freaking out. I was like, I really want this sunset. I really want this sunset. I really want this sunset. But like, no, you guys get great sunsets. No, I'm like, I was just telling Cassie about this, that like, don't worry, I know where to go here. Like, I've been here like, I feel like a million times. Like, I know exactly where it is. If it's too harsh, if it's like, obviously overcast, you can pretty much go anywhere. But like, I know.
And sometimes there's been an amazing sunset, and the photographer is like eating dinner. It's not one of our normal.
I'm like, goodbye.
I know, and I'm like, I want to say something, but it's not my job to say. You're missing golden hour. But it's not. I feel like it's not my job to like tell a vendor.
Yeah.
Like,
see, like I'm a psycho, but like I'm a psychopath about that. I literally have an app on my phone that tells me what time is sunset, what time it starts, what time it ends, and I have another app that it literally can do like a 3D version and know exactly where the sun's gonna set.
Oh my god!
I don't mess with sunset. Like I am getting golden hour. I don't care where I'm at. Yeah. No, I can't even imagine. I'm like on my phone like a fly.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I watch that.
Us too. Even the guests are out there taking photos.
But also, I mean, I guess because you're sitting downstairs, but like,
I don't know.
I can always see it through the window. That's when I'm like, deep breath, like trying to watch the sun as it goes down, because I'm on that.
And it's like that. You got to get it.
So fast.
Yeah.
So fast, because the tree line.
Yeah.
As soon as it starts to go below those trees.
I know.
It's going fast.
Well, let's go to the fun questions.
Okay.
I should change it. I got to change these up soon and get some different
Okay.
ones in here for people like you.
Oh God. I can't answer this though.
I can't read it without my glasses.
What was the last gift you gave someone?
Well, if it's X-rated. I feel like it's X-rated.
I mean, a little bit. Listen, my friend's single.
All right, we can imagine.
Yeah, just roll through that. I'm a great gift giver. That's all you need to know.
Maybe it was Valentine's Day. All right.
We're gonna roll through that one. Oh, what superpower would I want to have? Definitely like it's a toss up between. I mean, that's gotta be super like travel, like being able to like time travel and just like hop anywhere.
Yes.
That would. Can you imagine if you're having a bad week and you'd be like, you know what? You know where I want to be? Bora Bora.
Yeah.
Like that would be.
Yeah.
That's what I would choose.
Wouldn't we all do that all the time?
Literally all the time.
Go to like best friend's house
Oh my
in
gosh.
another state.
Yeah,
Just like,
no.
hey,
Oh
I
my
need to
gosh.
talk.
Literally, because like all of my best friends live like 2 hours from me, if
Mm.
not more. I mean, I have other really close friends close as well, but like my best friend that I've been friends with for over 8 years that I'm going to Australia and New Zealand with, like she lives 2.5 hours from me.
When are you going to Australia?
What is today? Today's Monday. I leave Sunday.
Are you serious? Oh, but who's counting? Wow.
Yeah.
How long are you going for?
A month.
Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
I am literally so ecstatic. Yeah.
That's amazing. You're going to have the time of your life.
Time of my friggin' life. Literally. Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, so we'll be in Australia for like 2.5 weeks, and then the rest of the time is New Zealand, and then we fly back into Sydney and fly home. Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm so excited. I haven't been on a big trip since COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Antigua, and then I've done like a couple little like interstate trips, but like the last big trip I went on was Morocco and Amsterdam the year of COVID. And that was the trip that I almost got stuck in Morocco because the world was shutting down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm
And
so
I was saying to someone recently, like, they were saying, well, I hope and I'm like, no, don't hope, do it.
Yep.
Just
Literally,
do it.
it like genuinely blows my mind, the people who are like, I just don't like to travel. And I'm like, have you traveled? I mean, like, in the States, okay, cool, but like, let's be honest. Have you been to ancient Rome where there's thousands of year old catacombs and restaurants and like this is literally where like Romans stood? Or like, have you seen like a castle in Ireland and gotten to experience the wonderful, like, phenomenal people or the food and the culture? Like, until you get to do that, don't give me your opinion. Like, I just genuinely think, like, if you have done that and don't like that, what?
You can't. I mean, everybody's different. It's
For
not
sure.
for everybody. But having been
Yeah.
in different countries
Yes.
and then coming back to America, it's just amazing. It's just, and like you said, ancient. The history. Like, I was in Pompeii.
Mm-hmm.
The world that they built in Pompeii, the fast food restaurants that they built in stone, like a McDonald's in Pompeii.
I know.
I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. And it's just, it's like almost like hard to wrap your brain around.
Yeah.
I remember the first big international trip I did, which was Ireland. We were standing in front of this castle, and I was like, this is literally thousands of years old. Like, think of the amount of people who have literally stood in this exact place.
Yeah.
Like, celebrities, like, people, like, just like, you know, not celebrities, I mean, I guess celebrities, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like, not like monarchies, but you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah, like,
Historical figures.
Yeah, historical figures who have literally been in the same place I have, and just like, the eras of like a mass of people. It's just so insane to think about, and how much history this one castle has been through,
Yeah.
and the life that it has seen is like phenomenal to me.
Because America's like a baby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, when you come back here, I feel
Mhm.
like we are like all of Disney World. That's what
Yes.
my feeling was the first time I
Mhm.
came back to America. Like, we're cartoon land. No offense, I love America.
I know. Land of the
USA. But we're just so young when you
it's-
go over there.
It's so true. And like when I went to Cambodia and Thailand, that was a whole other realm of history.
Yeah.
Like just insane, and like such different architecture too.
Yeah.
Like not castles, like you're talking like massive. I can't even think what they're called right now. Oh my gosh, this is my brain. I mean churches, but like, but not synagogues. What are those called? Why can I literally?
Yeah, I can see that. You're like,
Yeah.
yes.
My brain is not allowing it to happen. Yeah, but like just those are like insane. And then you like can go to like the monkeries.
We're awesome.
This is my
We
one-
should stick on photography.
Yeah.
We should stick to weddings for sure.
I don't know, even then sometimes my brain is like, what?
I can't think of words ever.
No.
People have to finish my sentence.
Oh my gosh, same. Literally, my friends are always like, I think my favorite thing about you is that, like, you just need a dictionary 24/7. And I'm like, you know what? You're right.
I can't think of words and I can't hear.
Oh,
So,
me too!
I respond to people and repeat like whatever I think they said, which is so comical for everyone who works here because
Yeah.
it's so not what they said.
Yeah.
So it's a big running joke all the time.
Oh, I'm the same. Or, like, sometimes my, like, hearing is, like, lagged, I feel like. Like, at first I'll say, like, what? And then I'm like, oh, like, I realized what you said.
Yeah.
And then I say it, like, after the fact. I'm like, sorry, it just, like, didn't
Awful.
register it for...
Awful.
Listen, I'm basically 86. Like, at this point in my life, it's just going up.
Let's keep going with these questions.
All right. Let's see. When you go on vacation, when do you pack your suitcase?
Are you packed already?
No. No, I'm not. I did start. This is literally my first trip. I'm not kidding you. That I started a week before. My first trip. But
Now, how much do you take for a month?
So this is the hard thing.
Let me see.
I know.
It's going to be cooler there.
No, it's the end of summer there.
Okay.
New Zealand will be like 50s. Just because we're gonna be like hiking like freaking glaciers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Australia is like end of summer, so it's still 70s, 80s there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So originally we were just gonna do a carry-on and a personal item, which is like a backpack. Listen, I did that for Thailand and Cambodia, and I was there for a month. I backpacked. I did it. But Australia's a little more bougie, let's be honest. So we decided to upgrade to checked bags because I couldn't do it anymore. Well, so here's the deal. Our airline, we were like looking up like the weights of things, and like I guess Australia is really strict about this, but they will weigh your carry-on and your personal item.
Well, good, because America's crazy about it. When you travel here, people take 2 carry-ons, a purse, a backpack, an oboe, golf clubs.
I know.
They take anything on a plane.
I know.
And I'm carrying my one little carry-on and my crossbody bag, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
The plane's gonna go down because it's overweight, because all these people have all these bags.
Well, that's what I'm used to, and like not having to worry about the weight of things. Well, over there, I guess they're like super crazy about it, and they will weigh you, and you can only have 20 pounds between your personal item and your carry-on bag, like combined.
I'm good with that, Australia. Keep up the good work.
And listen, that's how I got through Thailand, is I was hooking shit onto my bags and just going. But no, so I was like freaking out because I tested my bag with all the clothes I wanted to try, and just my carry-on was 20 pounds. And I was like, Grace, my friend, I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like, I literally have a month of clothes in one, like, it was only my clothes. It wasn't my toiletries, like a blow dry. It was literally only my clothes. And I was like, we gotta do this. And we're gonna have a car the whole time. So I was like, worst comes to worst, if we can't check in somewhere, like we'll just put it in our car. Like, you know, it's not like we were in Thailand. Like when we were in Thailand, we were hopping and skipping to the next place. We had to freaking hop on boats to get to this one place. Like, get like islands, you know, so yeah.
Did you have to get like shots and stuff to go to Cambodia and Thailand?
Nope, we
Like
didn't.
vaccines
I've
or
actually
anything?
never had to get any vaccine anywhere I've gone. Yeah, even Morocco, I was shocked I didn't need anything for there because technically it's Africa, but nope.
Oh, it's Morocco. Amazing.
I mean, I think my version is tainted.
Okay. All right.
If I didn't almost get stuck in the country and have to quite literally escape on the last flight out, I think I would have loved it.
You're stressed.
So stressed. I remember I was like trying to keep it together for our friend group because there was like 5 of us or whatever that were there, and like I didn't want to be one more person adding to the stress. And I remember when we finally got to the airport, because this was the second airport we had been to at this point trying to get a flight out. Literally, I'm not kidding you, the last flight out. And I remember when we finally checked in, got through security, we got to like the airlines, like where you could like go in like their special room, like sleep and stuff like that. I just bawled. I finally got out, and I was like, oh my God. Because, like, I know people who were literally stuck in Morocco till May.
Oh my god.
For 3 months, they were stuck there. Yep.
Your loved ones at home must have been insane.
Oh, yeah. I remember I wasn't even, like, telling my family what was happening because they would have just, like, added to my stress of everything. It was, yeah, like, it's so tough because I think I would have loved it way more if that didn't happen. But I will say the Moroccan men are way ruder than, like, anywhere I've ever been.
Really?
They're very, like, women are just trash to them. Like, disposable.
Oh.
Yeah, not a fan. Beautiful country. The food was so good. So good. But yeah, the men are just not my fave. But they will offer you all of their camels
Oh, there you go.
to marry them. So if you want some camels, just go to Morocco and you can find yourself a Moroccan husband and get some camels.
It balances itself out.
Yeah, exactly. In case you want some camels, you know? But yeah, so usually I only pack like 2 or 3 days before, if not the day before.
Same.
Yep. All right, we do another round?
Keep going.
Keep going, mine as well. Oh boy, this is a big one. This is another one. If you were shipwrecked on a deserted island, what 2 items would you want with you besides food and water? I feel like at that point, besides food and water, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I want to say my phone, but at the same time, there can't be service. So, like, it's kind of pointless.
Well, you can still play games, right?
Yeah, but what if your phone's gonna die?
It's gonna die. Right? You don't have it very long.
How long can you play
Solitaire?
solitaire or like Candy Crush before it just goes down at that point?
Right.
Then you have a whole other thing of loss. Ah, man, I almost maybe like a sleeping bag, something like to sleep on, and probably see. But you say food. How are you gonna get this food? Because I feel like you probably need like a hatchet or something, like something to catch the food with. Am I just like giving food every day? Is this like a weird version of a deserted island?
There with food. I don't know.
Because like my brain that watches a lot of movies and shows on like how to survive in the wild says I should choose something to sleep and something to kill.
Yeah.
So that's my smart
Making
answer.
it afraid. They always bring something
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, there was that one show. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like 10 different people from like all over America or whatever. They get sent to like the craziest, most like deserted areas in like North America, Canada, anything like that. And they have to stay there for like they have to be the longest person to stay, and they get like $100,000 or something. That show was whack.
Could you do that?
Heck no. Oh my gosh, there's like grizzlies walking around.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no. Literally, like it cracks me up. Like the guys who are like, oh yeah, I could last like 150 days, and then they hear one grizzly bear, like just like the pricks of it, like, and they press the button to go home. I'm like, yo, I don't even blame you, because that would for sure be me.
Listen, I had my dog out last week at night, and I would take the flashlight out, and we were literally at my back deck, and a cat walked up and scared the crap out of me. Can you imagine a bear?
No. No, I'd pee my pants. Yeah, no, thank you. Mm-mm. And my dogs, well, you know what? My dogs might scare the bear. Because bears, I mean, not grizzlies. But like a black bear, they're scared. They're skittish.
Yeah.
My dogs would probably bark at it and it would run away.
Harvey barks at everything. I don't know. Hard to say.
I don't know, because like the deer near my house are smart and like know that my dogs can't actually get to them between like a fence or like a leash or something like that. So like they'll start to run away and then they'll realize like, oh.
They're running away and then they're like, wait a
They
second.
literally will stop.
Hey.
Yeah, they literally stop and like look behind them and they're like, oh, these guys aren't scary. Plus Coco's like literally 10 pounds, so they're like.
Harvey's a husky 25.
He's bulky. Listen, I had to take my dogs to the vets the other day because these freaking, I don't even know what to call them. So Piper is 40 pounds and she could very easily get, maybe not a bar stool top, but like she could very easily reach like a countertop if she wants to. And I guess my mom left out raw chicken, like chicken thighs. So that was like dangling, the best thing ever, in front of her face, basically. Yep. And so Piper ate 4 raw chicken thighs. Yep, and Coco ate 1 that we know of. So I had to take them to the vets. And thankfully, they didn't need like their stomach pumps or anything like that. They just got x-rays, and she was like, oh yeah, there's lots of little bones in there. And I'm like, this dog has a stomach of steel. Piper, I'm not kidding you. Like, I do not know how she's alive.
Yep.
Like, she has eaten so many insane amounts of things. Like, the weirdest things, too. Like, she literally stole, you know, like the cardboard box that you get for butter. Ate half of it.
I had a dog like that once.
Like, what appeals to you about cardboard?
I'll tell the story once we're done here. But this dog at one point had surgery the whole way to get something out of it. Ruined 2 trips that we were to go on because of surgeries. Got hit by a truck.
My gosh!
Yeah.
This dog is like a death wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Mastiff. Yeah. Huge.
It's a big dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, no, my dogs are giving me a run for my money because this was literally 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I swear, if I have to go and drop thousands of dollars before I leave, I was like, one of you might not be here. I might have to choose.
Yeah. So a few stories right
I
now.
was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Freaking dogs, man.
Well, we better wind this up. We're getting. I told ya, it's fun. So thank you for coming today.
Yeah, of course.
And we could just sit here and talk
I know,
forever and
literally.
ever and ever. And we might once we just turn this off here. But any photographer needs, call Alexis. She's your girl. And you can tell by her personality, she would just be great to spend the day with. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend the day with her?
Listen, I love it. I love having fun with my couples. Don't get me wrong. Like, at the end of the day, I obviously want to capture your day to the best of its abilities and give you photos that you're literally in freaking love with for 50 years. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite things is just being friends with people.
Yeah.
And, like, at that, like, I still talk with brides from years ago. I still have brides text me and be like, hey, are you gonna be in Jersey? Like, I'd love to see you. Like, and, like, that is, like, what I do this for at the end of the day is, like, the relationships I get to build. Like, it's just so special to me. So, for me, like, I love that. And I love being a part. Yeah, I told you this earlier, but like, I am literally with you for 10 plus hours on your wedding day. Like, you want to make sure you like that person.
Yeah.
And for me, like, that's super important. Like, I want us to vibe so that on your wedding day, everything goes smoothly and fun, and we don't have to be like stressed. Like, you know that like I've got this handled, and you trust me to do my job, and we'll have fun while doing it.
Absolutely. Make sure you get to know your photographer. Make sure you vibe. That's very important.
For sure.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you.